Every time you give a promotion, a discount code up to get someone to sign up for your list, you are playing roulette. You have the same odds as if you are at a casino betting on numbers. All right, so let's just walk through this, right? Roulette, we know the basic premise. If you're not a gambler, there are 38 numbers. They put a ball on a wheel, and whatever number lands, that number wins. There's some other ways you can bet, but you have approximately a 2.6% chance of the number you bet winning. We'll come back to that. The average e-commerce brand has about a 20% repeat purchase rate, which means that 1 out of every 5 of their customers purchases a second time. The other 4 out of 5 only purchase once. So again, that's 20%. To get to a 20% likelihood to win in roulette, you have to bet on 8 numbers. 8 numbers, 5 spins, and you should win. However, you're going to break even. The payout for that is literally breaking even. So you have to start getting craftier, right? There's other ways you can adjust your bet. You can bet on reds versus blacks. You can bet on, specific columns. There's other, odds and evens. There's specific ways you can adjust your bets to improve your odds. It's the same thing on acquisition. Right now, assume you have a 20% chance of getting someone to buy twice. If you're giving them a discount code, that means 4 out of every 5 customers of yours are paying less than full price for the only purchase they're ever going to make. That discount doesn't come out of the cost of the product for you. It purely comes out of your profit margin. So 80% of the time, you are reducing your profit margin. It's time to get craftier, right? So what can you do about this? 1, value-based bidding. This is training the ad platforms to acquire high likelihood of high LTV users and customers, right? This is what Holscher does. This is what we do. We pass an event to the ad platforms, telling them the projected lifetime value of that customer, and you tell the platform to maximize that value. So they are actively seeking out people who are going to be more likely to buy from you multiple times. Instead of what you currently have of that 80%, they're going to find you more of the 20%. You can take this same concept, the same idea, and you can use it for customer segmentation for your existing customers, right? So to drive repeat purchases, both from that 20% that is likely to and that 80% that is statistically not going to, you can segment down, right? We all know that we're supposed to be segmenting our emails and segmenting our messages. You will have, when you segment, higher relevancy to each individual, right? You're sending to a smaller group, so the message you've crafted, the product you're recommending, the way you're talking about the problems and the solutions, those are crafted to those smaller segments and groups. You will have a higher conversion rate. You can use promotions more seldomly or less often, right? So there are certain people that need a promo to get them to buy, right? But you shouldn't be just sending to your whole list a promo every week. You are training them to wait for promos. You are cutting your profit margin, and you aren't really developing that long-term growth fundamentals. You can also take those segments and you can build lookalike audiences for Google, for TikTok, for Meta, whatever your ad platform is. You can take the highest value customers you have and create a lookalike audience and tell them to go find people like that. The third thing you can do, know your product library. There are products that are going to have higher conversion rates, higher profit margins, or correlate with a higher probability of repeat purchase, right? So figure out what those hero products are and leverage them across your site, across your messaging, across email and text and ads. Make those front and center. They're the ones that are going to make you money. They're going to get people to buy multiple times, or if they're only going to buy once, that will give you the largest amount of profit. And then finally, adjust your promotion strategy. 2 things you can do on that pop-up. The first, zero-party data. That is getting information from customers or potential customers about what they want and the problems they're trying to solve. If you can get them to tell you why they're even at your store and what they're trying to accomplish, you can craft your email journey to address those problems and those pain points, right? And so you'll increase the number of people that sign up and actually make a purchase. The other thing you can do is you can adjust your promotion. It doesn't have to be 15% off in exchange for an email address. What if it was geared towards the second purchase, right? Get whatever you buy the first time, you'll get 15% of that on your second purchase off. That incentivizes them to get a bigger first purchase. That they only get the promo if they buy a second time, right? You can use an app like Fondue that it's cash back for a second purchase, right? You can lean into the loyalty programs and give them points and stuff instead of a discount. And so if you have a loyalty program, maybe they sign up and instead of getting a discount, you give them a bonus amount of points, or you give them 2x points on their first purchase, right? Again, giving a multiple on the points, that incentivizes a larger first purchase. So even if they are going to be a one-time buyer, it's a larger one-time buy. You're keeping the whole margin, and if they don't buy again, those loyalty points don't ever come out of your pocket, right? But the bottom line is we have to start getting a little smarter in how we acquire people and how we try and retain people, because right now you are at the casino tables, and that is a losing proposition.